I'm Sam, and this is SamazingTravels.
Berlin week 9. Monday, I have no recollection of what I did. I should probably start writing this stuff down. Tuesday, though, I went to Sergio's house and we recorded another episode for his new YouTube channel that's coming out. We had a lot of fun, as we always do. Tuesday, I also ordered my first ever business cards. Pretty cool, has my name on it and stuff. Now I just need an office. I guess this is kind of my office though. Comfy, there's a couch, there's a bed if I want to sleep. I think I'll stick to it. First thing I did on Wednesday was pick up my business cards in Prenzlauer Berg, which is a really pretty part of Berlin. I'm pretty sure I've been there before, but only at night to go out. So when I went during the day and saw all the buildings and the streets, it was really very nice. Not to mention I was kind of on a mission to find these trampolines Tanya and Alex had found the week before while they were discovering Prenzlauer Berg. And I saw the water tower that they mentioned these trampolines were near. So I start walking towards the water tower and I'm like, you know, it's a pretty day outside. If I don't find it, cool. But maybe I'll find it. And I did find it. There is a park where you can jump on like these ground built-in trampolines. Granted, it's most likely for children, but who cares? It was so awesome. I was jumping on there and I'm pretty sure the adults around were like, something's definitely wrong with this girl. Like, for sure. Wrong. Totally worth it. After that awesome discovery, I went to a movie casting thing with Martin. It's like an agency that casts extras in films that are filmed here in Berlin. They've done like Inglourious Bastards. I'm blanking on everything else. Blanking. But films of that kind of prestige. And all you have to do is go there and they take your headshots for you for free. And they put you on the website, and whenever a production crew wants to hire extras, if you fit the role, like the look they're looking for, they send you an email and you can say yes or no. Sometimes you can even be cast for like a one-liner. That would be pretty cool. Let me pause and say that Wednesday was a really long day, so moving on. After the casting, I went to go meet up with this guy named Ollie. He is a journalist here in Berlin who dabbles in quite a few other things, and he found my profile on Meetup, which is a website where you can basically join groups of things you're interested in, and one of the things I joined was Freelancers Berlin and Join a Startup Berlin. Ollie has joined forces with this Italian guy named Giovanni, and they want to make journalistic videos about things going on here in the city, but what they need was a video person because they don't really have experience with that. So when Ollie found my profile, he was like, hey, do you want to meet up? I think you could be really great for this part. I was like, yeah, I mean, that sounds great. I met up with him at this Italian cafe. We talked about his ideas, basically the role that I can possibly play in this little startup gig. Everything went really well and we're definitely going to work together. So now it's about contacting people to get the stories and start shooting some film. I'm excited about that. This can also help me with my visa situation because technically I'm working for someone. So we're going to work out the whole contract and details so that I can send it to the Ausländerbehörde and say, look, lady, I need my visa, please. Ollie and I went to this Meetup Tech event afterwards because he wants to be able to put the videos into a data bank on a cloud somewhere. To be honest, all this tech talk was like going way over my head. And we just wanted to like talk to the people who ran the website to see if we can put the videos on there. Unfortunately, they only work with like huge businesses, so they're not gonna be able to hold a data bank for our videos. But the guy that we talked to is one of the main guys at this website, and he asked me for my business card. First guy to ever ask me for my business card. And he says he does a lot of videos, so we should keep in contact so that when they need someone to do some video production stuff, I can be hired. After that tech event, I went to a different event. It's a meetup for media creatives in Berlin. Went there just to do some networking, see if I can meet people. I met this cool guy named Oliver from a film studio here called Film Cake. He was just standing by himself, so I went up to him like, hey, I'm Sam. I do this, this, and that. What do you do? He's like, oh, actually, I own this studio that we're standing in right now. Not a bad guy to talk to. Gave him my business card and got his too. Yes. I was pretty exhausted after like all these meetings with people and going from one side of Berlin to the other. Thursday, Indra presented me with quite an interesting opportunity to work for the company she works for. They need an English native speaker who's going to be writing a blog. A tech blog, so I'm kind of confused about what's going on there, but I had to write a sample text for her boss so you can see my translation / writing skills. That's pretty much what I worked on all day Thursday, and then I made chicken marsala. Friday was interesting. I decided to go with Martin to see if I would take part in a clinical study. I know, that sounds crazy. Like really crazy. Like only people who really are super broke and need to pay off their mortgage do clinical studies. But I was like, hey, this sounds really interesting, and who knows, maybe I get the placebo. Martin and I walk in. I'm the last one in line. The lady sees me and she's like, were you on the list? Did we invite you? No. She's like, because this study's for men. I look around. Neither Martin or I noticed that everyone in the room was guys. Fail. Martin was like, oh, I just brought my friend along. I thought she could possibly take part. And she's like, well, the women's meeting is at 2. If she wants to sit here and check it out and listen, then that's fine. I had to fill out like this questionnaire, you know, with some of my infos, and it turns out I was too light for the study that they were going to be doing. Guess I won't be making that 2,600 euros. Darn. But it was quite interesting. Now I'm in the data bank. Who knows what kind of crazy stuff they're going to be sending me. Friday night was Anna's birthday party. We get there and we're greeted with a big hug from Anna and a nice high five from Jacques and Fabi, and of course some beers, and shortly after that some Jaeger, and shortly after that some more Jaeger, and then some Chinese ping pong. That was cool. I had never seen that before. It's like a bunch of people play and everyone's like ruled out until 2 people are left and battle it out to the end. At first I was very confused. Could have been the Jaeger, but Saturday was a beautiful day outside. I went running in Treptower Park for 40 minutes. I ran all along the Spree River. It was really very nice. I was sweating because I was like in a sweater and like legging things. I never really run like that in the cold before. Kind of hurt my throat a little, but got my jog on. Saturday night we were supposed to go bowling, but it got a little bit confusing with the dates, and so that ended up not happening, although we had been talking about it for about a week. Uh-oh. What do? I ended up watching soccer. Bayern versus Schalke, and Bayern won. That's about it. Alex and I went to David's house to watch it, and then we met up with Gordo and Schule, and we went to Fosca. We knocked back a few beers. That was the end of that night. Sunday for Mittagessen at Alex's parents' house, I actually cooked. I made Cuban ropa vieja and tostones. It came out so good. Don't wanna, you know, toot my own horn or anything, but pretty much I have a talent for this. I guess I really have to thank my grandma for that because, well, she gave me all her recipes and she's the bomb. That night, Alex and I met up with Mati, his former roommate, and Mati's girlfriend, Astrid, and we went to Tony Roma's. They wanted to eat like a nice steak, so what better place, other than Argentinian perhaps, is an American steakhouse. I had a full rack of ribs, of course, because Tony Roma's is known for its ribs, so drank a beer, shared a nice bottle of wine. It was really a good time. Mati and his girlfriend are really nice, super cool, and they're from Switzerland, actually, I forgot to mention. So we were speaking some American, German, and Swiss German. Did you get that? I confused myself a little bit. Damn, my battery died right before I said that was my week. Here is the week in review. I made homemade chicken marsala. Is it good?
And the beer, yes.
You got your glass.
So what are you doing here, by the way? You're selling your body now?
Selling my body.
Is it this point in your life already?
Yes, it is.
How old are you?
24.
It's like the end of your life and you're smiling? Why?
Because there's nothing left to live for.
But those are her friends.
I wouldn't say friends.
Is it random that they're following you with a bus?
No.
Martin wasn't all that happy that I caught him with his glasses on. Anyway, this is us after the clinical study trying to get some behind the scenes footage.
Okay, so above my shoulder, is it on?
Yes, it's on.
Okay. So Sam, did you get a sandwich?
No sandwich.
Tell me what happened when we asked the guy for a sandwich.
He was eating a sandwich.
Our sandwich, probably.
And he was like, no.
But it tasted really well.
I really was promised a sandwich. That guy was eating a sandwich. Totally not cool. But we survived anyway.
Also, Martin took me to the man's meeting.
Yeah. Awesome preparation by myself. All guys in the room and her.
The lady was like,
oh, there's a last weird guy behind me. I tried to get some exclusive video material. It's like in the zoo, you know? It's like they're all brown bears and then there's one white bear, right?
We followed this guy for a while and he ended up being in the same train as us.
Talk to him. Ask him what What do you have to do next time? Do it.
He's on the phone.
Do it. You're more important.
Eventually, we caught up to him and Martin asked him where the S-Bahn was. Not because we didn't know, I think he just wanted some video. Here we are at Anna's party. You just witnessed some Chinese ping pong, and man, that thing kept me going in circles forever. Alex was a little upset he lost.
Ping pong sucks.
But he quickly redeemed himself and got into the final round and beat Fabi. Nice! Here is the delicious ropa vieja I made, my very own sofrito right there, my very own tostones. That's what it looked like at the end. I know, I just made you hungry. And this is, oh yeah, me making you hungry again, and myself, kinda. Oh.